Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So today I have got a little tutorial to make a little box that holds a single Hershey Nugget. Now I've made quite a few projects for Hershey Nuggets, and I did make a single one at Christmas time, but recently I made one that held 2 or 3, I can't remember, might have been 4 even, and somebody went, lovely project, would like to see a box that held 1, so that it is a really little treat. So I thought, all right, I can do that. So here I have done it. So I've done it in the new in colours. So we've got Just Jade, we've got Cinnamon Cider, Magenta Madness and Bumblebee. So the one left to do is Misty Moonlight, and I'm very delighted that my inks have arrived. They took a little bit longer for the order to come through than I'd really wanted, and normally we get these on pre-order as a demonstrator, but we couldn't get the inks this time, so I'm really delighted that I've now got the inks. So I was able to stamp them out and use them, which I love. Love. So using Misty Moonlight now, and 1 or 2 other things on there. So the stamp set that I've used for the background, God, these little bits are getting everywhere, is the Lovely You. And so I combined all of these, apart from that one, to do some hand stamping. When I saw this set, that's what I wanted. I thought, oh, I could make lovely background papers with that. So I've mounted them all up on a block just to ease. I mean, it is only a small piece that I'm doing, but you could make these and stamp out a whole sheet of cardstock and then cut them down, but I'm just doing it on some tiny scraps. Oh, and I've left my measurements on my desk. What an Egypt. Here we go. So what we've got is 3 7/8 by 2 5/8, and then this bit's just 1 inch wide, and I've cut it to 3 1/4. That's for the wrap of the Hershey. So you can get, what did I work out, 8 from a standard piece of cardstock. So if we were still coming together, these would be great little swaps. I did do one with all the colours as well, but I actually prefer it when it's a single colour. Right, so first thing to do is to stamp it. So it doesn't take much to stamp such a small piece, but I say if I was doing this for a swap, then I'd do a whole sheet. I'd probably do a whole sheet of all 5 colours. That would give me 5/8 40, yeah, and maybe do a few others. Now the way I did it was I kind of went across it like that, and then across it like that, and then if I felt I needed to come in a little bit, so go back in the corner there, any bits that I think I've missed, and then this one for the wrap. And I had made a mistake on this one when I was stamping, so I just turned the sheet over and stamped on the other side, but I actually quite like it stamped on the inside, so I'm going to do that again. So I'm turning it over so that we've got stamping on the inside as well as the outside. Going to make that the inside because I'm not 100% happy with those bits of stamping. So that's going to be my right side. Now where's my chamois? Just give that a bit of a clean off, and then whilst I'm about it, I may as well stamp the greeting. So the greeting on the top, I just wanted something little, so I've chosen My Friend, and that is from another of my favourites from this catalogue, Field of Flowers. So I just took the My Friend, and I just thought that, again, ideal for swaps. I've probably got a little thank you I could use somewhere, but I didn't feel that any of these were the right size, so that's why I didn't use any of those. So a little scrap, and just going to stamp the My Friend there. Don't like that. There, stamp the My Friend, and then that is cut out using, I mean, I could have just used a little punch, but I have used the smallest die in these, what are they called? Stitched nested label dies. They're sort of elongated hexagons. There we go. And then that just, so when I die cut it, you kind of, the end, I sort of centered it, and you can just missing off a bit of the M and the D, but when it's cut out, it isn't. I've already prepared one so that I can just do this in one take. It doesn't cut them off at all, and then the stitching's just around them, so it's like perfect, that one. So put that to one side now, and let's get on with the let's move that to one side now. Let's get on with the making. So I'm going to use the trimmer. So this is a first time I've been on this blog hop, and it's a 3D paper trimmer blog hop. So using my paper trimmer, you don't need a scoreboard. You can quite happily use the paper trimmer. So on the long side, we're going to score at 5/8. Now for 5/8, I'll go this side. So that's a quarter, one more eighth there. That's 5/8. And then we're going to go back to this side now. So then we want 1 5/8. So that's the 1, 1 1/2, 1 5/8 there. 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 1/4. Lost it. There we go. 3 1/4. And then on the short side, I want 5/8 again. So we go to the half. I think I said a quarter before, but it's half, and then one more eighth to give us our 5/8. And I do that from each side. And that is it all done. So then I'm going to whip this off now. It's dirty. So we're just going to fold and burnish all of these. So I am quite missing, well, not quite missing, I'm missing a lot, meeting up with people. So I've missed 2 team meetups, one with my immediate upline and one with my upline's upline. So that's quite sad. So we're going to cut up. So I would have made 2 lots of swaps this year so far. So we're going to cut up all of these straight lines, and what I do is I feel for the score line, and because these are the 2 that we're going to see, and these are the ones that are going to get glued in, I make sure that I'm the inside of the score line on these ones. So I kind of fill my scissors and then cut up. And then we're just notching these squares. Notch, notch, notch. And then I turn around and go notch, notch, notch. I just prefer cutting in that direction. Just find cutting in that direction is a bit weird for me. So that's why I do it like this and then just turn it over. I am liking that I've got the pattern on the inside as well. Might do that a bit more. It's quite cool. there. And then I've got to decide which is the top of the box and which is the bottom. I'll put my scissors away now. Well, I'm going to use them again in a sec. So now I want to decide, oh, that's a bit plain for that being the top, although we are going to cover it. So actually the thing to be looking at is what's on the sides. And that's quite a large bit of pattern there on the side. So I might do it, but that's the front. So now I would normally now get my 1/2 inch circle punch and cut it out, and if you've got one then use it. But if you're new to Stampin' Up and you want to buy some Stampin' Up products, and we don't sell the 1/2 inch circle punch anymore, so what I'm going to use is this is the everyday label punch, which has got a little half circle on it. So I just poking that in just at the top there, eyeballing for the centre, punching, and then I've got a nice little thumb hole. So that was my little way around that. You can use other things. And then, so that's going to be the front. So this is the side that's the base where the two sides are going to go in. And if you see, the flaps are going to overlap. We don't want them to overlap, so we're going to snip a bit of them off. Because we need to, so that they don't overlap. Have I snipped enough off? I kind of, on the others, I kind of went in half, but you don't need to go quite in half. So just take maybe 1/3 off. And then we can start gluing. So I've got a bit of Tombow here. So I'm going to put glue on these 4 flaps that I have cut down. And then we just put it up at a 90-degree angle. You can use our new Stamp and Seal Plus. So we've got some new adhesive in this catalogue. So we haven't got Snail anymore. That's been replaced by Stamp and Seal. And we used to carry Fast Fuse, and so now we've got an equivalent of Fast Fuse again called Stamp and Seal Plus. So so the new ones, and the length of the adhesive are longer than what these were. I think it's 15 meters that you get in each of them, which is quite a lot. A lot of tape runners you buy, they might only have 5 meters in, so it's like buying 3 in one. So you might look at it and think, how much? Which is what I thought. And I thought, well, actually, it's only like buying 3 of other ones that I would normally buy. So, and it means that you aren't changing it as often. We buy, and you can, once you've bought your first one, you can then refill it. And they are, my upline Sam was showing us, they are quite a bit bigger, the casings. I mean, the Fast Fuse is bigger than the Snail anyway, but I think it's bigger again than that. So I like the feel of the Snail, so I like the bigger one. I've got RA, rheumatoid arthritis, so I do struggle with my hands sometimes, and grabbing smaller things is harder than grabbing something bigger. So I am going to be ordering those in my next order so that I can see what they're like. So that's them done. So let's put some on the corner here. And then what I like to do is wrap it around and then fold the sides down, and then you know you're going to get a nice fit. And that's our little box with a pretty inside. Do think that's worth doing. And then we take our Hershey Nugget and our bit of hand stamped, and what I do is, let's have a little skeg here, is put that straight down like that, and then fold it over, give it a pinch, then changed them over, so that one's on the underside, and I just for convenience use my fast fuse, and then that will then close up. So that's, you could leave it unwrapped, but I just think that makes it a little bit of extra special. And then we need to decorate the lid. So I've got the My Friend, and what I've done with the others is I've used the classic label punch to give it a layer behind, and I have used our new flower confetti border punch, which you can get in a bundle with the field of flowers, and you can stamp the flowers and it'll cut them out. And you can cut a border, and I've done a border card that you may have seen where I did a peekaboo flower, but I actually love them for making little flowers, and it's perfect for using up tiny little scraps. Now this is a card that not a card, some boxes that I made where I used this punch with. Now some people might have thrown that away, not me, especially with this, because I can now cut out, I just want 3 flowers, so you can put it under and you can cut out the flowers. So don't need that one, so there's my 3 flowers, and then I just need a little end of this to poke through, so I'm going to cut that there, that there, and I can still make some more flowers out of that, so I won't be chucking that. So I think it's being frugal, it's stretching your cardstock, but also it's good for the planet, and so that's the reasons why I do it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back there. I can hear my niece now going, no, it's because you're tight, Jez. Let's just be real. But no, I don't see the point in wasting when you don't have to, and I do like to recycle, upcycle, and save wastage as much as possible. So yeah, and then I'm just going to do one little dot tombow up there and 2 here, and then stick our flowers on. So 1 up there, and a little one there, and then a dimensional on the back, you can put 2 on if you want, I think 1 would be enough, and that to go on the top, finish it off nicely. And then I then just got some gems, so I'll just put these little ones on there. I'm still on this old style, seem to last forever. So 1 in the middle there, oh, that one hasn't cut very well. The new star you don't have to cut. The new stars be around years, but I had a couple of packs of this, so I'm still using up my old stock. Oh. And that's it. So I hope if you haven't been on the blog hop, that you go and have a little check it out. It's the first time I've been on it, so quite excited. Do like a bit of a blog hop, and I will link to the original blog hop in the blog for this one. So there we have it. So that is all 5 in colours that are all, I love them. I love this new set of in colours. Just think they're gorgeous. I even like yellow, and I'm not into yellow. And the one I've done where I combined them. And yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Please share, and go and check out the blog. And if you're interested in getting any of these products, there's links to my shop, and the this bundle you can get free at the moment. New joining offer for June, and so not much of that left. And as well as £130 worth of products, you get to choose any of the bundles. So that could be a stamp set and a punch, as in this case, or it could be a stamp set and a die set. And I think the biggest value is about 55 quid. So that could be 185, if I've got my figures right, for £99. And postage is free as well, so it's a brilliant time to join. So if you wish to chat about that, I'm happy to answer any questions, and you can just send me a message if you want. Okay, see you again soon. Bye bye.